Thank you. Well, switching gears to America's 250th birthday to celebrate our founding is sharing the spotlight with something many see as antithetical to that notion, which is Marxism. Fox News' Rich Edson is live from inside the Beltway with more on all this. Rich?
Good afternoon, David. Democratic Socialists are winning Democratic primaries across the country, securing nominations in safe districts from D.C. to New York and now Colorado. Their supporters within the party argue this new brand of Democratic candidates are successful because they're selling attractive solutions to economic problems.
They're winning on platforms like Medicare for all, universal health care, universal child care, raising the minimum wage. And the reason that Donald Trump has to pivot from saying socialist to saying communist now is because socialism is actually quite popular.
Socialist parties have existed in the United States for more than a century and a half. The movement this decade looks very little like it did before the First World War. It's educated and white, according to the Democratic Socialists of America's member survey from 2021. The party is 85% non-Hispanic white, 4% of them are black. Of those 25 or older, more than 80% are college educated and 35% hold an advanced degree. 4% say they're blue collar. Many Democrats justify supporting their new colleagues, arguing voters in liberal cities will nominate different candidates than those in swing districts. They point to more moderate Democrats across the country. Others say this is a major problem.
Our party's becoming an orgy of socialism, and I think I've been vindicated to see the way these elections are working out.
Axios is reporting former Vice President Kamala Harris has called New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani last week and has been meeting with other prominent progressives like pro-Palestinian activists, including those who oppose the Biden-Harris administration's policy on the war in Gaza. David?
All right, Rich Edson, good to see you, my friend. Happy July 4th. Now let's bring in Ben Ferguson, the host of the Ben Ferguson podcast, and Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst. Good to see you both. Gianno, you know, a few Democratic old-timers are fighting back against the socialists. I call it, they're at least Mamdani is a Marxist. I mean, he's not just a socialist. But people like James Carville and Rahm Emanuel they've gone against him, but they are the minority. But there's a young woman that we've had on quite a bit, Yemisi Edgewole. I always mispronounce her last name, but she's a young former Biden staffer, and she has spoken out specifically against the Democrat socialists, suggesting that they are a real threat to the Democratic Party. I want to play a soundbite of hers from yesterday and get your reaction. Roll it.
We should ignore them and think of it as something that only happens in very deep blue pockets. 5 years ago, I could have never imagined that these kind of candidates would be coming to Congress, and now they're here. And the job right now for a lot of people in the Democratic Party is to make sure that nationally this is not something that becomes an identifier as the brand.
Will Democrats, Gianno, come to their senses about the fact that most Americans, maybe in certain super blue states or cities, are okay with it, but most Americans are not?
Yes, most Americans are not. I agree with that. And the thing about it is they're starting out in these blue pockets, but we saw a win from a Democratic socialist, and I really rather call them a socialist or a communist versus Democrat. But that's what the party has become. It's not just deep blue pockets. This is what the Democratic Party has become over the years. We saw what the progressives said they were going to do when it came to Joe Biden. They were going to push him so far to the left, and they succeeded. Now we have the same policies that Joe Biden enacted because of the pressure from the left existing throughout the country. We see it in D.C. We're probably going to see it in L.A., Los Angeles mayoral's race. I think it's going to be a socialist that wins. And many, many other places. The Democratic Party obviously has not been your grandfather's Democratic Party for many years. It is now the Socialist Party.
It's dead.
Yeah, it is. It is. But something else that has to be pointed out, the irony, Ben, of these people calling themselves the working class, when in fact, and Yemisi pointed this out, they are not from the working class. Most of them are these perennial college students from privileged backgrounds. In fact, we have, I think we have a chart of their racial component of it, which would be opposed by those who would enforce.
I love that. 85% white, so it's a bunch of
4% black.
Let's be
these
clear.
are
It's a bunch of
privileged
rich white
people.
dudes and chicks that have never had to hold hold a job, have never had to fire someone, have never had to hire someone, have never had to do a budget, and they're really rich, and they're hanging out, and they're playing off their parents' money and success. And then they go to these elitist schools that have completely been controlled by the socialist, Marxist, and communist teachers who don't have to worry about getting fired because of tenure and union jobs that are related there. And they've been indoctrinated just like Mandani. Remember, Mandani's never had a real job. And when Mandani was asked, what happens if this doesn't work out? He's like, well, I'll get money from my parents. Like, that's not a joke. That's what was actually said here. So when you look at government as control and power, and that's clearly what this is about, right? It's about controlling people. I mean, Mandani's tweet was perfect. Hey, set your temperature to 78 degrees, and that's what the government's telling you to do because it's hot in New York City. I checked in my hotel room today, and I went to 68 degrees. I don't live in a communist country. I don't live under socialism, Marxism. And when you're a guy like this that believes you can just randomly say things and people obey you. I mean, this is about obeying and suppressing people. You don't have a right to your own opinion. We dictate and tell you how to live your lives. And now that has become the Democratic Party. This isn't a joke anymore. AOC was a joke. This is now the Democratic Party.